Anyway, folks, it's about that time, folks. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's Radio Graffiti, baby!
Ghost. Arguably one of the most mysterious political personalities to exist.
614, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, when World War III hits, come to my bunker. We'll have a three-way with Alex Jones. It'll be totally legit. Oh my.
God damn it, you!
Despite years of trolling and harassment from various individuals and groups, nobody has ever figured out who he is. All we can do is guess, based on the information we have discovered.
000, I'm a Jew. I'm not a Jew! Damn it! Damn it! I am not a Jew!
His activities on the internet have been followed by thousands upon thousands in some form or another since the late 2000s. What made him famous? What keeps us fascinated? Who is this man? This is the story of Ghost. March will start off with no shows from Ghost until March 6th of 2009, when episode 89 of True Conservative Radio aired. Ghost explains that the reason he has not been broadcasting as much is due to burnout, with Ghost saying that he was jaded with recent political developments and believing that everyone had bowed down to the so-called communization of America.
Well, good evening, folks, and thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in with me. It has been some time since I conducted a broadcast here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. And frankly, folks, the reason that I haven't done a broadcast here is because I'm jaded. I mean, I just don't even see a need to continue to come up on here and to conduct a broadcast, because it seems to me, and anybody else of rational mind, it seems to me that everybody has just bowed down to the communization of America. I mean, everybody's just bowing down. They're on their knees right now, just begging for their own damn socialism. They're out here begging for their own damn communism, and the more and more I get PO'd about it, the more and more that I get upset about it, the more and more I scream about the damn thing. It seems like everybody's just sitting there tickling their ass cracks, thinking it's a great day, thinking that this is some sort of social evolution, that, you know, this is some sort of big change happening out here. But it isn't. There is no big change happening here in the new communist America, folks, and that's why I haven't been up here very long. In a long time, I should say, is because why bother? That's what I feel. Why bother when you got a bunch of liberal, long-haired, left-wing, bedwetting hippies out here? They're completely happy with this garbage. They're completely happy with all the communist crap.
After yet another long rant on public education as well as hip-hop and rap music, Ghost invites people to call in before ranting about the news, caring too much about pop culture rather than about politics, citing a news article about American Idol as proof before raging about the American public's alleged stupidity.
I'm just going off on random ideas, random thoughts, you know, and this is kind of like a free format, so please give me a call, 646-652-4869, if you happen to disagree with me, or if you happen to agree with me or anything of that nature. But we're going to go on with the news, folks. We're going to go on with the news and see what in the blue hell is happening out here, all right? Let me go ahead and do a refresh on the news. Like I said, if you have anything to say, please give me a call, all right? 646-652-4869. And of course, folks, I look at the news and what's number one on the hot wire here?
Oh, the top 13 of finalists have been chosen for American Idol. Oh, God.
American Idol, folks, I mean, doesn't this reinforce the fact that, you know, the American youth are a bunch of idiots? And if we're going to, you know, allow the young people to be in charge of the future, what in the blue hell does this American Idol say, all right, about our country? What does this American Idol crap say about our country? And if you've been watching American Idol, have you seen what I have been always saying on this program the whole time? that the American male under the age of 30 literally looked like George Michael in a damn park bathroom shit stall right in front of a glory hole? I mean, this is what these damn idiots look like out here, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking, folks. That's what these morons look like out here, for heaven's sake. Anyway, folks, I know that I'm going off the deep end here, and, you know, I'm just jaded, folks. I mean, I was hoping to just do this quick, brief broadcast in hopes of, you know, sparking some synapses, all right? All right, but unfortunately, you know, there are no synapses in people's brains, obviously. I mean, I have to remember that this is America. This is the same people that, you know, bought the pet rock, for heaven's sake. These are the same people that think the stimulus package is some sort of a great thing, for heaven's sake. And I can't believe it. And I don't know where this country's headed, folks. I don't know where we're going, what we're doing. But we're in some bad shape out here, folks. We're in some seriously bad shape. And to be completely honest with you, folks, I'm just going to cut this broadcast short. I'm going to cut it short, and I'm going to end it here in about 8 minutes. And the reason that I am going to end it here in about 8 minutes, folks, is because, hey, there's no reason for me to be here. I mean, everybody has submitted to the damn communization and the liberalization of America. So, folks, I don't know when the blue hell I'm going to broadcast anymore. All right? I don't know. But please keep up to date with me, all right? If you want to support True Conservative Radio, please bookmark the webpage, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Bookmark the webpage, and I'm just going to start doing sporadic broadcasts. I mean, I just don't feel the need to exert all this damn energy when the American public sucks. When the American public doesn't give a crap that their damn country's going down the tubes. It's your fault, damn it! Don't you understand it? Don't you care about your damn country, you stupid piece of crap? Look at your damn self in the mirror. After this show's over, I want you to look at your stupid self in the mirror and ask yourself, do you love this country? Do you love the Constitution? Do you even care that you have unalienable rights that were accorded to you by our forefathers? Do you care? You don't care, don't you? You don't care. You just walk around America using and abusing your freedoms, not giving a crap about them. You're out here begging for your own damn socialism, for heaven's sake. And it makes me sick. You put dish rag whores like Octomom on a damn pedestal out here, while all the while you are giving the hard-working American, I'm talking about the true hard-working American, the one that never collected a subsidy, the one that never collected a government paycheck, the one that pays their taxes, the one that raises their family. You're giving them the shaft. You're screwing the hard-working American out here, and I can't believe it. You piece of... God damn it, you piece of crap. I can't believe... You piece of stupid crap. I can't believe you people. I can't believe you Americans. How in the blue hell can you call yourself an American and allow this happen to our country? How do you do it? How the hell do you do it, damn it? How do you do it, folks? How do you sleep at night knowing that you're selling out our great-great-great-great-grandchildren? How in the blue hell do you do it? I can't believe it, folks. I can't believe this crap. But this is America, isn't it, folks? This is the America that everybody wanted, huh? Everybody wanted to be a communist out here. Everybody wanted to muff dive on Gloria Steinem. Everybody wanted to sit here and worship Karl Marx. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it, damn it. And for you idiots out there that are sitting here embracing this crap that's happening around us, you should all be ashamed of yourselves. All of you pieces of crap.
He then says that he's considering ending the show early due to how jaded he is, but ultimately does not do so.
Anyway, folks, there's 3 minutes left in the program. Like I said, this was supposed to be a 2-hour program, but I'm jaded, folks. I mean, I'm not a young man here. I mean, any time during this broadcast, my ticker could go, and I could be dead right here, right in mid-broadcast, for heaven's sake. And I'm starting to believe that if I did that, no one would give 2 rats' asses. And you want to know why no one would give 2 rats' asses, folks? Because you don't care about your country. You don't care about America. And that's why I'm blaming the American people. If you happen to be an American, you're a piece of crap. All right? If you happen to be an American, you're a despicable disgrace to the Constitution. You're a despicable disgrace to this country. All right? And that's all there is to it, folks. I'm getting requests here that I should stay on for another half hour. And there's 2 minutes left in the program. Maybe I just might do that. Let me see if it'll do it. I got 1 more minute to do it, folks. So we're going to stay here for another half hour. Let me see if this works. And stay with me here. You're listening to True Conservative Radio. I'm your host, the man they call Ghost. And right now we're going to try to see if we can add another 30 minutes onto the program. And have we done it? Yes, we have. And we're going to go ahead and take some callers here. 1111, you're on the air. Hello? Now they hung up like a bunch of Peter Poppers. Welcome to America, huh? This is the new America, right? Here it is. I mean, give me a break. And we got some, Democratic communists here. Some Democratic communists sitting here saying, I think you should insult. I'm not insulting anybody. I'm telling the truth, damn it. I care about this country. I know that, half you ass clowns are tickling your ass cracks thinking it's a great day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, but it isn't. It's stupid.
He then takes a call from the 410 area code, who discusses economics as well as the stimulus bill with Ghosts, taking up most of the second half of the episode.
Anyway, we got some callers here. We're going to try 410.
Yes?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man.
How you
I
doing?
agree with what you're saying.
I'm glad. Thank you very much.
Take a breath. You're okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just a little upset out here, sir,
Well-
because I can't believe that this is the new America that we're living in, and everybody's just embracing it.
Now, I have sort of a libertarian view, okay?
Okay.
I'm not totally liberal. I'm somewhere a little bit left of center, but I agree with the budget that's out there right now. I voted for Obama. If this is full of a whole bunch, 1,000 or whatever, special funding projects.
It's seven.
That's supposed
Well,
to-
it depends on what bill you're talking about, but go ahead, sir.
All right, but if it's supposed to be the way that we're going to help to stimulate the economy, no, all it's going to do is drive up the amount of debt that we already have piled up, and it's worthless. We can't be doing shit like you described, researching how to use the odor of a pig for what purpose? No.
I mean, it's ridiculous. We got $30 million in the last stimulus bill going to San Francisco to save a damn rat.
Well, if it was something like the conservation corps of the 30s and Roosevelt, which I don't know how you felt about all of that, but at least we built something. At least we electrified the country. At least we did things. If that's what it was mostly devoted to, and changing our energy system, improving and modernizing, if it was all about that, and if we're not ready to do it, let's plan it first, and let's do it when we're ready. Don't worry about, we can't spend this in the first 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. I don't want to waste the money in the first 24 months just to say we're spending money to supposedly stimulate this economy.
Well,
You know what I mean?
well, not only that,
until we're straight. Let's organize. Let's
printing
plan.
out money out of thin air as well. I mean, I posted a Glenn Beck clip, and if you happen to be a libertarian, you must be a big fan of Glenn Beck.
I don't. I think he's a total asshole.
Well, he's a libertarian, sir, and
But that doesn't mean just because Glenn Beck's a libertarian that all libertarians agree with Glenn Beck.
Well, you have to agree with what the YouTube video that I posted on my blog of his. He basically describes the depletion of the integrity of our money. He basically gives us the market capitalization of all the bills and all the money outstanding. And as soon as 2008 hit, or after 2008 and all the stimulus packages and all the bailouts and all this garbage started coming up about, our money has been depleted to basically toilet paper, sir. The only thing that's keeping our economy going, the only thing that's keeping our political system in any sort of in sort of legitimacy, I should say, is the fact that we are too stupid to realize the situation that we're in. This is worse than the Depression. But what's fortunate enough is that the American people are too stupid to realize it. Am I wrong?
Well, I think that there's truth in that. It's like your head's in the sand, and you want to believe that, we're still where we were before all this came down. Well, if you take a look at anybody's supposed investment portfolios, my parents, anybody I know that actually had anything, 40% loss, minimum.
I was going to say, that's got to be a minimum.
That's a minimum.
I mean, we've already lost over $1 trillion in the stock market. I mean, if you happen to be, somebody who has a 401k, I feel for you.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a lot of money in it, so it's sad I didn't have that much of a retirement. I'm 49, and I don't have that much together, and I'll have to probably just work. I'm not going to be able to stop and sit back at 62. I'll just work, and that'll be the deal.
Well, they're actually thinking about raising the rates. They're raising the age for Social Security, too. I don't know if you heard about that.
They've already done that on me. I have to be 67 and a half to retire as it is now. So
unbelievable. Anyway, what were you going to say, sir?
After 9/11, I had a theory about everything that was going on, and I see that it really must have been true. The economy was hurting then. Manufacturing was hurting then. What did we have that was created out of nothing? It was, wow, all of a sudden houses are worth more. Where did that all come from? Well, I had a couple theories where it came from. One, since we needed economic activity, what's a good way to start some activity? Well, let's pretend that properties are worth more. And that way people can refinance on this fake value of their home. That stimulates banking. That keeps things moving that way. It also raises the value of your property, and governments didn't have money to pay for what they needed at the local level. Well, if you raise the value of a home, we raise the assessment of the home, even if you're not worrying about refinancing or whatever, selling and buying. But now I can suck more money out of your pocket in real estate taxes. And I think that is what was done after 9/11 to get us out of a total doldrum after everything that came down that fall. And that has just finally caught up with us, because now what I understand about investments is that an investment product was created out of insurance on mortgages put into paper that was a bond or some kind of a security tool that people could buy and sell. Insurance on loans. Basically, it was a piece of paper that, this is worth this much money. No, it wasn't worth nothing. That's where the hole is right now, that we all are trying to figure out where do we fill it up with. It was the stuff that was being sold, and people's groups that had pensions and other monies to invest were investing in this bullshit. So they invested in nothing. And now we were wondering, well, what happened? Well, Madoff, at least he got real money out of your ass, and he wasn't stupid, and he didn't have to sell some kind of insurance. He just pretended he was investing in this bullshit, but instead he was smarter than that. He just enjoyed it. Now he says that he's entitled to $70 million and his $2 million
and his penthouse. Yeah, I heard about that.
That's great. I hope he's able to get it, and that way the people who he defrauded know where he lives when they go to burn it down.
I can't promote that, but
I know. But I mean, I was watching him walk down the street, some video, and people were body checking him as he was walking down.
They should kick that man in the balls, if you want my personal opinion. But you know.
Yeah, maybe not burn him, but I'd like to see him bruised a little bit at least.
Absolutely. I mean, given the fact that everybody in America, you know, and the only people that aren't suffering in America are those people that didn't spend beyond their means. And even those people who have a little bit of money left in the bank, I don't even know if that's even secure. I mean, I'm not trying to start any kind of mass hysteria out here, but once, I mean, it wasn't but this last fall when Lehman Brothers was out here on the, you know, brink, all of a sudden it just set a domino effect across the financial institution sector, and people were actually wondering whether or not their damn savings accounts were still going to be there in the morning.
Yeah, it's so this is what everybody's trying to understand. This is what the cable network channels and the MSNBC, whatever it's called, CNBC, the money people keep trying to talk about, and
yeah, well, they don't know.
It's sad because no matter what Obama does, it'll be wrong. But, you know, the other party, I guess it's your party, the Republican.
No, I'm not a Republican. I'm a conservative, sir.
Okay, so I don't know what your party is.
I'm a partyless man. This past election, I wrote in Yosemite Sam because that's exactly what kind of election this was. It was a Mickey Mouse election, and it doesn't matter what way you looked at it, John Turncoat McCain or Barack Hussein, it was liberalism and feminism either way.
Well, I don't know. You make a lot out of feminism. I mean, it'd be nice to have at least have out all humans are equal, period.
Well, of course. I mean, they are equal, but we're dealing in a day and age where now females have been given, females have been given because of our legislative system, our judicial system, and the hijacked education system. Females have now have the entitlement system on their side. All right, so they can shit out about 5 or 6 kids, or in Octomom's case, 14 children.
Well,
and they can just
ridiculous situation.
Well, no, that is not a ridiculous situation because that's just an over-exemplified situation. But I live down here in Texas, and it is happening, running rampant. Now, I live luckily in a good part of Texas, out by the northern hill country out here. But if you go down below Austin, Texas, that is literally the colon of America. If you go down to San Antonio, to Corpus Christi, down to the valley, you are going to see women with 7 kids with no fathers, 7 different fathers that are out here collecting $5,000 a month in government subsidies. And I'm talking everything from food card to welfare to the subsidized child care, job placement assistance, free education, free medical care. I mean, I can go on. And on top of which, 90% of the time, the mother ends up with the children in a divorce, even if she is the philanderous whore that decides to go out and hop on something that looks good in a leather jacket. All right? Now, she gets the children, so as a result, if you happen to be one of these women who, had about 5 or 6 kids from 5 or 6 different fathers, that's 5 or 6 different areas of child support. So you combine the $5,000 subsidy, you combine all the child support. She's playing the child support lottery if she has 5 or 6 different fathers. You take into consideration that everything's taken care of, this woman can legitimately go out and participate in the lowering of our labor standards by getting hired, for what used to be paid like a 10 or 12 an hour job, now is $7 an hour, and they're only hiring part-timers out here because you got these women out here that are basically able to live off of $7 an hour, whatever the new minimum wage is, and they're able to work 24 hours a week because they have government subsidies backing them up, and they've got child support lottery systems backing them up. That's what I hate about feminism, sir.
What happened to welfare to work and all that?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
Is there supposed to be a system to keep this all from becoming such a mess that we're going to be abused so badly?
You're dependent on government for that. I mean, government doesn't know their ass from their elbow. They're not going to be able to keep track of every welfare cheat out here. I mean, they're not going to do it.
And I'm telling you, it'll be a great day in America, sir. A great day in America when these females that are basically trivializing life under the supposed guise of woman liberation, it would be a great day in America when these women have to go out and actually work instead of getting our tax-paying dollars. As a matter of fact, you got Barack Obama increasing their money. You've got him increasing food stamps by 15%. He's adding another $3 billion into the welfare system. I mean, he is actually embracing this type of activity, and that's why I'm against feminism, sir, because we can't have this anymore.
God, we're screwed.
We are screwed, sir. I mean, that's why do you think that the majority of the families are single parents of the day now? I mean, single parent families. You look on Nickelodeon, look on the Disney Channel, look at what your children are subjected to on a consistent basis by these supposed kid media outlets. I mean, they're exposed to single parent families as the norm. As it's something, you know, that you're supposed to attain. You know, oh, it's okay, you can be a single parent, it's no big deal. I mean, am I wrong?
Well, all I can say is that my daughter and friends that she is with, they're sort of in a strange club. And if more people would join this club, the country would greatly grow stronger. But to get to this club, you first have to basically destroy your life and go to rock bottom. Nobody likes to go there first. And you know, I would suppose that there are some people who are part of this group that you've described that probably are playing the game, which might end them in the rock bottom situation. And I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but I'm talking about drug addiction.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, sir.
Okay. Now, my daughter's lucky to be one of the special people who were able to, after being knocked all the way down to the bottom, sometimes you get a little bit of state-supported housing called a prison to help you to wake up. But then it has to be internal. You have to actually have a drive to desire to crawl yourself up from the bottom and regain your life. And I went to see a friend go through his 13th anniversary tonight in a little group called Narcotics Anonymous. And it's always nice for me to go to visit him, and these are friends of my kids, basically I said before, because they've rebuilt their lives from where they had gone to a better place. Now, the folks who've never been there before, I don't know how many people listen to this program. I wish it was billions, but it's not.
I wish too.
If they had to suffer this and then had to fight their way back, maybe they would appreciate everything they earn, everything they own, everything they're blessed with. They actually can know what the word blessing means, your higher power or God, and they'd have something called faith. Not just faith in the Creator or the higher power, but actually in your own self and in your friends and in your family. And they work for something, they're proud to have it, they're proud to show it off and share it. And it doesn't have to be material things, but your own place that you pay for, your own bed that you sleep in, your own food that you buy. Not being handed things because the government will provide it to you if you're just a worthless drug sick.
Believe me, I know where you're coming from, sir.
Who on the other side of the extreme, there are people who I have known. One is dead in the past year and a half. Who you get Social Security or other type of disability because you're an addict.
Yep, that one. It's now a disease, sir.
And they suck the system for the rest of their lives.
It's not just addicts, sir. I mean, it is, single mothers. It's idiots that are claiming to have, ridiculous mental ailments that, have just been concocted here within the past 10 years.
So unfortunately, maybe we all need to see the government just totally go broke. We have to make it on our own. There is a place that you can go get a job, but the government doesn't have any money to pay for anything. You've got to do it yourselves. If it's not you alone, it's you working with others to help others that might really need help. And then maybe if we had to sort of go backwards quite a bit and recapture pride and understanding of values and maybe even pride in our country again, based on the citizens, because the government is the people. The government is not the government.
Exactly. So that's what I try to get across on this program.
We are supposed to be the country, and we are supposed to choose and form our government. And it's something we're supposed to want.
But, sir, everybody wants this communist crap that's happening, sir. Everybody seems to be embracing it.
Why do we want communism?
Don't ask me. I don't want it. I've been screaming for 2 years that it was coming, and now that it's here, everybody's all pissing and moaning about it.
I want health, happiness, and freedom, and the freedom to enjoy my life, and I don't have to have a lot of extravagances. I like to go out, enjoy the outdoors, to get away from the concrete world, go camp and things like this. I'm a ghost hunter. I like to go out and enjoy that. I've been in bands. I like to play music. I've been in a choir. I like to sing, so I've sang also in a spiritual setting as well as in the secular setting. Maybe people need to get interests too. What makes you happy?
I agree. I think that America has gone completely unoriginal. I mean, if you look at all these ass clowns that are trying to go to American Idol every time they go to their town, for heaven's sake, all these morons actually believe that they're going to go out and be Michael freaking Jackson out here. I mean, this is the type of pipe dream mentality. What was that?
I don't think I'd want to be Michael Jackson now. But, hey, the whole American Idol thing, it is a little bit entertaining. And one thing it's
ridiculous, sir. With all due respect, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't really like the show as such. But the way it starts out every year, anybody who's listening and knows the show, people who probably have no talent couldn't even go to the local coffee house and get 5 minutes on the stage. They think they can show up and pretend that they would be worthy of being on a professional soundstage and to sing with pipe music or with a band. And they're put in their place, and people get to enjoy that as a little bit of your comic relief. Then you have, it dwindles down to a group of people who actually have some talent.
I beg to differ with you, sir. I think everybody that has been on that show, everybody that's won the show, is a moron, and they have no talent whatsoever. I mean, I remember when, I grew up back in the day when music was at its, peak, if I don't say so myself. I mean, you had innovators, you had people that were out here actually, getting pretty vocal in their dynamic range. I mean, Motown. I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, none of these people have any kind of talent.
I was born in 1959, so I don't know where your starting point is, but I agree. I got to enjoy some tremendous music, 60s, 70s, 80s, even a little bit, and then late 80s and 90s it became basically just very much factory, cookie cutter, formulaic. And then I loved hearing you talk about rap because I've felt the same way a long time. Although there are some people who just do it for fun, and it can be poetic type verse and not just singing about hose, crime, gun play, and all this kind of stuff. But they're not making the money. They're just doing it for personal pleasure, hanging out with friends and then doing the bullcrap scratch with the record and all. I don't like it, but I have to admit, at least they are trying to do something that might be artful rather than just some kind of a repetitive sound is played and then people just say anything that's gross and disgusting, and then they put it on a recording, and then they're able to sell it for $16.95 and people gobble it up. And then they make so much money, all they do are totally self-destructive. People get to watch them live their lives that way. They emulate it. And then what do we have on the street in the poor neighborhood is people aspiring to the same kind of a life, because that's supposed to be good.
And they are. They are. So, you know, these people actually believe that they're going to go out here and spit out nothing but a bunch of profanity and vile words and all kinds of malarkey. You know, and they actually think that they're going to go out and get the big mansions and they're going to get the big cars and all this other nonsense. But what I'm saying is, sir, is that the majority of these folks that are out here spreading this music, all this foul-mouthed garbage, I'm talking about the Dr. Dre's, I'm talking about the 50 Cents, I'm talking about these morons. These people had never seen the ghetto and never participated in any of the activities that they rap about in their life. And yet they sit here and this liberal and feminist media who's funding these pieces of crap, they're the ones that are selling this product to your children as legitimate outcries from the ghetto or some nonsense like that. And here you have these children, which are basically the crux, or young people are the crux of the consumers of this type of malarkey. Here you have these people actually believing the garbage that's being said on these records. They, as a matter of fact, the whole rapper's outlook on record sales is basically his or her validity of how gangster they are. If they've been shot, they don't care if the people that buy this crap don't care if they shoot themselves, just as long as they were shot or they, you know, did something gangsterish, a street credibility of some sort. And none of these people, and I you know, maybe you can pull out some underground rapper that ended up going to prison or something. I'm talking about the mainstream rappers that are being pushed by MTV and all the other liberal media and the feminist media. They are subjecting your children to this nonsense. They're desensitizing your children. They are using the power of suggestion on your children into believing that this lifestyle is somehow legitimate and is somehow, relevant to their lives. I mean, I just don't understand how anybody can claim that this is somehow poetic. And I got somebody in the chat room saying that Tupac was a real gangster. Well, let's take a history lesson, shall we? Tupac was born and raised in New York City. He went to the art school of New York City. I don't even know. Some art school in New York. Spent most of his time out there. Then he decided, I need to go to the West Coast to go make some money. He goes to the West Coast at 18 or 17, and all of a sudden, this guy is claiming the damn West Coast as if he's born and raised there and bled and cried there. It's ridiculous. He is the fakest piece of crap on the face of the planet, and anybody who immortalizes this piece of crap as if he's Jesus or something is an idiot. Sorry.
Well, which one of them was killed?
That Tupac Shakur was killed.
He was killed. God rest his soul. You know.
Hey, look, I didn't want the man killed, but the bottom line is art. Basically imitated life at that point. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was some crazed fan or something that went by and shot that poor man. But hey, the bottom line is he was a fake. And anybody who tries to legitimize this man as some sort of a real gangster, he wasn't. He was educated in art school, for heaven's sake. I mean, what kind of a gangster gets to get, a full scholarship into art school? Can somebody answer me that?
Well, but is that much different than some people who went to, like, the death metal and other type of forms, and just because of the tattoos and piercings and the clothing and the body shirts and all, they put this image of being some kind of a motorcycle or badass kind of person. And there was nothing badass about them forever. They came out of Juilliard or whatever, and this is how they got formed into a commodity as well. So it's not much different than that. But I have to admit that it disgusted me when I would watch like Leno or Letterman, and then I would see these type of acts coming on as the musical guests. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Jay Leno's coming out and shaking hands saying it's great. That piece of shit they just made up for the last 3 minutes, that was good? Give me a break. I can't believe it.
It's the liberal and feminist media. Everybody, I actually had an interview on a left-wing African-American show, I think it was last week. And the subject matter in that show was Tyler Perry, whether or not it was appropriate for the man to be in a dress and basically exploit the whole connotation of black ghettoism. It was a very serious subject matter. It was a great show, by the way, and the man who actually conducted the show is definitely left-wing, but he understood exactly where I was coming from when I alluded to the fact that it is the liberal and feminist media that is desensitizing this minority group with all these ideas that, oh, it's okay to be a gangster. If it's not that, it's okay, if a funny guy wears a dress. And I brought it up to their attention that most African-American comedians throughout history have been forced to wear a dress. Now, I don't know if there's anything, really serious about that, but I find that rather funny. And even one of the most, prominent...
Either that or act moronic.
Well, not just only that, sir. Dave Chappelle, which is one of my favorite comedians. I know he does a lot of ghetto crap, but he's a sophisticated comic. I like the man. He's got integrity. This man gave back $50 million to the Comedy Central Network because he did not want to participate in the direction that they wanted him to go. He also alluded to in an interview with James Lipton, which is the Inside the Actors Studio Nimrod.
Yeah,
he admitted in that interview that during the filming of the Blue Streak movie with Martin Lawrence, the director actually went into his trailer and said, well, Dave, we actually want you to dress up like a transsexual prostitute for this scene and act like you're a transsexual prostitute, and Martin Lawrence is going to disguise you as that to get you out of jail, And Dave Chappelle looked at him and said, "Well, wait a minute, that wasn't in the script. I don't wear dresses. I'm not about that, And they went on and on for some time, even threatening to shut down production if Dave Chappelle didn't go and wear a dress for this scene. But Dave Chappelle, being a man of integrity, being a man of, I respect the man. He said no, he wasn't going to be in a dress. He's better than that. So the director and the producers and everybody decided, okay, well, you're not going to do it, fine. 10 minutes later, they had a new version of the script in question. And Dave Chappelle asked himself, well, how did that work? I mean, here these people were trying to, shove down my throat that we have to, sit here and somehow...
Right.
I mean, we have to sit here and somehow, put me in a dress, and lo and behold... they had the script all along. Now, he thought there was something funny about, their insistence on putting the man in a dress. I mean, there is something funny about it. Why being so insistent about it? And you see, it was that point in time when I felt that that's liberal media, of course, asserting itself on Hollywood, power of suggestion, that sort of thing. And I think that people need to start realizing that America is being taken over by liberals that basically, I wouldn't be surprised if they have pictures of Karl Marx on their fireplace mantle right now. I mean, this is not a joke. I know people that back 2 years ago when I was saying that communists are trying to infiltrate the country, people thought I was McCarthy, for heaven's sake. They thought I was loco. They thought I was Looney Tunes. And now that we have the communist agenda being implemented thoroughly and openly, now all of a sudden people are starting to get upset. Now that, unemployment rates are going 20 or 30% in some areas of the country, now all of a sudden people want to have this discourse. And I don't understand why people are upset. It's their fault. They're the ones that voted for this crap. They're the ones that decided, Barack Hussein Obama is the second coming. I mean, I had a lady who called me up last year and said she's voting for Barack Obama because he's got nice teeth. I mean, this is what America has been reduced to. We're a bunch of idiots. We're morons.
What did we have to help to run us straight into the bosom of Obama, or at least somebody in the Democratic Party? But the Bush administration and the group of people he got to surround himself with, and all the mess that they got us in.
Well, look, I can agree with you. Now let's go back a second. Everybody always criticizes George Bush. All right. Now I'll agree. Well, I'll agree that some of the things that he, put forth, I didn't really agree with. But I mean, with all due respect, I mean, we had the highest home ownership rate in American history, the lowest unemployment rate in American history during his tenure. Now, do I agree that we should have spent all these outrageous sums of money on all these ambitious wars? No, I don't believe that. I mean, do I believe that...
At the same time, beside the money that went into the wars, which is horrendous, there were so many situations where people were caught with their stuffing money in their pockets doing all kinds of crap like that. We didn't get anything for it, but they got the money. At least now, if the money is being blown, it's being blown on the people in some way or another, and not just those who already have enough.
Blowing on people, are you kidding me? Pig odor? $30 million to save a rat? What was it, $1 billion or something for a speed magnetic railway from Los Angeles to Las Vegas? I mean, come on, sir. I mean, this is ridiculous.
That'll be tremendous. A MacLeod? Yeah, that'd be great. That'll be energy saving.
And who's gonna have enough money? Hold on, who's gonna have enough money to go to Vegas? Right now, please.
It'll be Hollywood, I guess. I don't know.
You see, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I laid out what would set this economy back on fire. Several months ago, and it doesn't take a brain scientist to realize that sitting here and printing up money out of thin air and basically giving billions of dollars to people, and basically, sir, no matter how much you want to spend this, the Democrats are paying back all the cronies that put money in their campaign accounts. And if the truth be told, that's what it is. Why do you think that you're having all this ridiculous nonsense, like $1.5 million to study pig odor? A couple of $100,000 to, rebuild, what the hell is this? Hold on, let me go back. But you know what I'm saying, sir. It's malarkey.
Well, this is when we're supposed to hold President Obama accountable for responding to outrage. And don't go away. Come back even more often. Network with whoever you need to network to help to get this message out. I do with my friends. I'm not any kind of a person in terms of a media personality or anything, but I don't agree with this needless, wasteful spending. We need to put the money where it's needed and not just blow money for no reason at all on stuff that will not help us and is just wasteful, pork barrel, bullcrap earmarks. We don't need that.
Well, you know what? And I can agree with you on that, sir. We're going to have to end it there. Thank you very much for your call. I can agree with you that, we don't need this stimulus package horse crap. All right? We don't need it. We don't need $1.5 million to study pig odor. All right? We don't need, what is this, $190,000 for Buffalo Bills Historical Center in Cody, Wyoming. All right? We don't need $238,000 to fund deep-sea voyaging for native Hawaiian youth. All right, we don't need this crap. We don't need $3.8 million to preserve and redevelop a part of Old Tiger Stadium to supposedly revitalize the distressed area of Detroit. How is that helping America?
Finally, Ghost goes on a long and loud rant about subsidies and single mothers.
All right, the first thing we need to do, in my personal opinion, folks, is we need to end the subsidies right now, all right? And I'm talking to you single mothers out there, all right? Now, I'm not talking to the single mothers that lost their spouse in some sort of tragic accident or at war or anything of that nature. That is beyond your control, and I'm sorry, and I'm leaving you out of this discussion here. I'm talking about the supposed Gloria Steinem muff divers that are out here shitting out 5 or 6 kids from 5 or 6 different fathers and equating that to woman liberation. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you females that are out here that had a great family, that had a good man supporting you, and because, for whatever reason, you were bored or, were watching Desperate Housewives or Sex in the City or any of this other filth, you decided to go and hop on the Pizza Boy or hop on something that looks good in a leather jacket. I'm talking to you that wrecked your own family. And the sick part about it, folks, is that men that find their wives cheating, oh yeah, the wife gets the children, huh? That's a hell of a way to basically support a man doing the right thing when he finds his wife being a philanderous whorebag and does the right thing and divorces her. That's a good way to pay him back. Let's go ahead and give this whore the children. It'll be a great day in America when these subsidies are gone, folks. They're gone. All right? We should not be supporting these pieces of crap. And I don't care how many of you people are saying,
Oh, but what about the children, Ghost? I mean, how are they going to be supported out here?
hey, you know what, folks? Hey, that's not my problem, all right? All right? Why should it be my problem when I did everything the right way? I lived a conservative lifestyle all my life. I've raised children. I've raised grandchildren. None of them ended up being philanderous whore bags out here. And I've said it, and I will continue to say it. If my teenage daughter, and thank God they're all grown, but if I had a teenage daughter, and she came up to me and said, I'm pregnant, I'd throw her ass out on the damn street. Just like anybody that holds their conservative values really near and dear to their heart, that's what you should be doing too. And that's why I was critical of the Republican Party this past election. That's why I said they were feminists and liberals. I mean, did you see the Republican Party this past election? They were justifying teen pregnancy, for heaven's sake. I mean, could you believe that? Did you ever think that you'd see the Republican Party justify teen pregnancy? I can't believe this crap! Makes me sick! Makes me sick to my stomach, folks. And I got a damn mess all over here, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care, because these things need to be said out here, folks. They need to be said, and that's all there is to it. I'm a conservative, damn it.
Episode 90 would air on Sunday, being a special weekend edition of True Conservative Radio, with Ghost explaining his administration in episode 89 as being the result of a mood swing and his jaded and cynical look on American conservative politics.
Well, good evening, folks. And thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Let me tell you, I decided to go ahead and throw this spontaneous weekend edition of True Conservative Radio. I know that in the last program, a lot of the listeners were bombarded with my complete jadedness of the whole entire political and social landscape here in America. But unfortunately, folks, I am human. We all have mood swings. We all become a little overwhelmed, so to speak, and we end up, talking out, our asses, with all due respect. And I wanted to say that I am going to continue to do these broadcasts. I decided to do this weekend edition because, first of all, I have enough time allotted to go ahead and do it. And secondly, I know that I have been absent from the Blog Talk radio scene for some time. And once again, before we get into the whole entire program, I want everybody to please bookmark the radio website, which is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And please bookmark the blog site, the True Conservative blog site. That's at Ghost Politics, plural, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. Please bookmark that page, and please, if you want to support the True Conservative Radio Show, please patronize the sponsors at ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. Patronize those sponsors, click on those sponsors right there, and you will be supporting True Conservative Radio, and I really appreciate your patronage.
After an hour of ranting about various political and social topics, such as immigration and amnesty for illegal immigrants, he cuts the show short, resulting in him broadcasting for only an hour before promising to return the next day or the day after.
Folks, I'm sorry to cut the show short. Please tune in with me. Bookmark the webpage at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I may go ahead and have another show either tomorrow evening, or I may have a show on Monday evening. Remember, I broadcast Monday through Friday between the hours of 11:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. Central Time Zone. Remember, this is True Conservative Radio. I believe in America, I believe in the Constitution, and I will not go quietly in that good night. I will not allow these liberals and these feminists to continue to implement the absolute pussification of America without me fighting, for Christ's sake. And I need you to spread the word about True Conservative Radio.
Ghost would actually manage to keep this promise, returning the next day on March 9th for episode 91. In fact, when Ghost began broadcasting, it was still Sunday, March 8th in his time zone. After a rant about immigration, Ghost goes off on gun politics in the US, saying that all American citizens should arm themselves due to the possibility of illegal immigration from Mexico, bringing the ongoing Mexican drug war to the United States.
Anyway, on to the next subject matter of the program, folks. This is an impromptu edition of True Conservative Radio. We're going to talk about the Second Amendment because, once again, I don't mean to honk my own horn or toot my own horn, but beep, beep. I am a decent political prognosticator for those of you who listen to me on a consistent basis, whether live or in the archive or in podcast. I am calling right now that these Democrats, these liberals are going to start slowly but surely picking away at the Second Amendment, folks. And this has been the liberals' dream from day one, folks. You saw that stupid, ridiculous, feminist bulldog, Rosie Obama, whatever her fruity name is. She's out here, putting Tom Selleck on the spot here, saying, Tom Selleck, do you like guns who kill kids? Is that it? You're for guns who kill kids? I mean, with all due respect, Tom Selleck, you acted like a gentleman, but you were within your moral right to give that woman a backhand because she thinks she's, so tough, she's trying to be a man. Baloney. I thought that was horrific and poor taste. But you see, these are only political sideshow games into alluding to the fact that, we have to get rid of guns because we need to protect you as the American people. That's what they're trying to, that's the whole argument behind the liberal notion of taking away firearms from law-abiding citizens out here. They want to outlaw guns slowly but surely. First, they're going to ban certain types of guns. Then they're going to ban, you can only purchase so many guns a month, so many guns a year, whatever the case might be. Sooner or later, they're going to start, limiting you to nothing but a pea shooter and a rifle, and before you know it, they're going to start, having financial and material incentives to exchange your guns for cash or a damn plasma screen or something of that nature. This is what I'm talking about, folks. The Second Amendment is a constitutional right, folks. I mean, I don't understand why most American people don't take this more serious. I mean, I kind of understand why. We got a feminized and liberalized education system that has dumbed down our children to the point where, they're complete numbskulls, and they're more worried about top news stories like Watchmen conquers the box office, or, Alex Rodriguez having hip surgery and all this stupid, dumbass crap that we could give two rats' asses about. But these are the subject matters we need to start talking about. I mean, the Constitution, folks, once again, you're within the sound of my voice. Please Google the Constitution, print it out on your damn printer, and put the damn thing in your pocket, because it's important. And you need to participate in your government in some fashion. And I don't care what fashion it is. Whether it's getting behind a candidate, whether it's starting a new party, whether it's being an independent, whether it's going out there and initiating legislation, whatever the case might be. Remember, folks, wherever you are in your part of the country, you can participate in your government. You don't necessarily have to be some bigwig, governor or senator or congressman or something of that nature. I mean, you would be surprised about all the bureaucratic elected appointments out here. You would be surprised at what you can run for, and there's no prerequisite. I mean, in Texas, I can go out and run for sheriff, for Christ's sake. I've never participated in law enforcement, but I can go out and run for sheriff. I can run for anything except for, I think, attorney general, because you have to be an attorney to do that crap. So if you want to make a change, folks, if you think that you've got the cojones
and the testicular fortitude and the knowledge, the know-how, and the will to, help us out of this situation. Participate in your government, participate in your local, state, and federal government. Do whatever it takes, folks, because that's the only way that we're going to have any kind of an impact from saving what we know of as the American way, the American idea. Capitalism, that sort of thing, folks. I mean, it's unfortunate where we're going. And once again, I want to get back to the Second Amendment notion. Folks, don't allow these liberals to spin this debate about, we got to limit Second Amendment rights. Oh, it's for the children, yes. Oh, we got to save children. And we got to outlaw guns. We got to do... no, you don't have to do jack, all right? The Second Amendment is that. It's an amendment in the Constitution that the forefathers thought was a very important issue. That's why they made it the Second Amendment, you morons. Don't allow any, I don't care what part of the country you're in. If you actually are in a state that is limiting your gun access and that is limiting you from practicing your Second Amendment right, well, you need to get active in reversing that legislation, folks, and you can do that. That's the thing about being an American citizen, all right? That's how you can participate in being an American citizen. Go out there and reverse that damn legislation of restriction of your practicing of the Second Amendment. Your forefathers accorded you that right, folks. Never in world history has man been accorded rights prior to that document. I'm talking about the rights that accorded to all men. I'm not talking about the Magna Carta, all right, who accorded nobility, certain rights against the monarch. I'm not talking about, because you got all these stupid dumbass professors and these little intellectual, wannabe, pseudo-intellectual ass clowns that are going to say, actually, Ghost, there was something before the Constitution. There was the thing called the Magna Carta, and the Magna Carta accorded... shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Folks, please, all right? Do what you have to do to participate in your Second Amendment rights while we still have it, folks. All right? Go out there. You have every right to protect your home, your property, because, folks, let me tell you, now that we're going to have a more turbulent economic time for a long period of time, I'm not going to say how long that this economic turbulence is going to last us, but it's definitely going to last us longer than we think. You're going to see crime going up the wazoo out here. You're going to see a lot more robbery. You're going to see a lot more burglaries. You're going to see a lot more malarkey of this nature. And with all due respect, I think you need to practice your Second Amendment rights so you can protect your home, you can protect your family, and you can protect your property, folks. Because that's what separates America from everywhere else in the world today, is that we can own property. All right? And if we can't properly own property, all right, if we can't own property and be safe, then that jeopardizes the whole concept of America as we know it. We will be no different than what Mexico was before it became this failed state that's about to be taken over by narcotics traffickers. All right? I mean, sooner or later, folks, I guarantee you, as the economic turbulence continues, we are going to see crime rates going up. You're going to see robbers and burglars, folks, and you need to be prepared. So I am telling you this right now. It is within your constitutional right to protect your family, to protect your homes. It's your Second Amendment right, and I want you to participate in it, folks. Don't let these liberal longhairs say, oh, it's bad to own a gun. Oh, taboo. Oh, bad, bad you. Shut your mouth. You need to participate in that Second Amendment, folks. All right? You need to participate in that Second Amendment. That's all there is to it.
At the end of this episode, Ghost alleges that illegal immigrants have more rights in the U.S. than American citizens, and argues that only citizens should receive the rights afforded to all persons in the American Constitution. This wrongful assumption ignores that none of the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, also known as the Bill of Rights, mentions the word citizen, instead mentioning people in general, as well as the wording of the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment, as well as the Supreme Court cases of Plyer v. Doe, Boumediene vs. Bush, U.S. vs. Wong Kim Ark, and Fong Yue Ting vs. U.S. Episode 92, broadcasted on March 19th, came a full 10 days after the previous episode. During this episode, he would discuss then Secretary of the Treasury Timothy Geithner, who was previously the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York from 2003 to 2009. During this time, Geithner would deal with a company called American Investment Group, or AIG. During March 2009, AIG announced it would be paying about $218 million in bonuses to employees in the financial services division, inciting anger and controversy over the bonuses. Ghost also talked about a feud between Jim Cramer of the CNBC show Mad Money and Jon Stewart of Comedy Central's The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, as well as a report that the burst in 2007 exceeded that of comparable years during the 1950s baby boom. He then asked for phone calls for Obama supporters, picking up on a caller soon after.
All right, give me a call, 646-652-4886. Now, we're gonna take some callers here. 1111, you're on the air. Hello? Hello? Well, we're going to hang you up.
After the first caller proves to be a Helen Keller deaf mute, Ghost picks up on a caller from the 647 area code as a Canadian caller, irritating Ghost and prompting him to go on a long rant about his intense dislike of Canada and most Canadians.
Anyway, 647, you're on the air. Area code 647?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. What's doing?
Where are you, in the crapper or something? What's going on over there?
I'm coming. Look, it takes so long enough to answer the damn phone. Grumpy poop. How's it going?
Are you talking to me?
No. Hi.
What's going on here? Are you for Barack Obama or something? You think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread? What's going on here?
God. You know who I am. I'm the one that calls all the time from Canada that you always make fun of. I told you, remember I said that I need you for the old because your yap is great and yeah, you got the right conviction, but you're wasting your time on a bunch of bullshit?
What's your point?
The point is, why are you wasting your time on something that's going down fast?
Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and hang your stupid idiot ass up and let me explain to you why, okay? First and foremost, lady, or man, or she-male, or shim, whatever you are, you're from Canada, all right? And with all due respect for my Canadian bacon friends, why don't you go piss off and worry about your own socialistic crap that you have up there, you maple leaf worshiping piece of garbage? You know, I'm really sick of these damn Canadian bacon pieces of moose humping crap calling up my show and having some sort of opinion about America. That's what really pisses me off. You know, they have some sort of opinion about America over here, and yet what makes me sick is that right after 9/11, folks, and I remember this very vividly. I will never forget this. After 9/11, this was like 7 or 8 days, they had some sort of national hockey game, NHL game in Canada. And they had an American team up there in Canada, and, when you're in another person's country, you rise for both people's national anthems, right? So they had the Canadian Bacon National Anthem, and of course everybody rose and, played with their nads or whatever they do during the Canadian National Anthem. And then you had the American National Anthem. Now, mind you, this was 7 or 8 days after 9/11. These stupid Canadian bacon pieces of Tom Green, one-ball-loving pieces of garbage started booing the American National Anthem and booing the American flag as it was being hoisted and as the American National Anthem was being sung 8 days after 9/11. They booed us, for heaven's sake, folks. They booed it. And I thought that was really disgusting. That was disgusting, and it makes me sick, and that's why I will never forgive you Canadian bacon pieces of Canuck crap. All right, with all due respect, I'm never going to forget that crap. And you know what makes me even more sick is that these socialistic French frog Canadian bacon butt lovers over here can talk all the crap they want behind the backs of America. Isn't that right? They can talk bad about any country. They can have any kind of opinion they want to on international affairs because they know no one's going to hit their asses up because of America. Well, you know what, you Canadian bacon crap, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to completely bash Canadians. Not that I don't have any Canadian friends or anything of that nature. It just makes me sick when I hear Canadians have some sort of an opinion about American politics when they're living in modern-day socialism, for heaven's sake. It makes me sick. All right, I mean, that's all I'm saying. I don't like Canadians, all right? That's all there is to it. You booed the American national anthem. I'm a true American. I love America. I love this country. But I'm not going to sit here and have some stupid Canadian bacon, Celine Dion worshiping piece of maple leaf up the ass having trash sit here and try to badmouth my country when you don't even live here, when you're not even participating in the political system here, when you yourself are submitting to some sort of Fabian socialist crap. So just sit there and shut your mouth. All right, that's all there is to it.
After this, he takes another call from an anonymous caller who turns out to be another Helen Keller deaf mute, followed by yet another caller who turns out to be just a listener instead of a caller.
Anyway, 646-652-4869. We got some more callers here. 1111, you're on the air. Hello? Stop playing with your Peter Popper. I can hear you. What do you want? We got deaf mute. What is this, deaf mute hour or something, huh? What am I saying? Hey, if you're a deaf mute, please give me a call, 646-652-4869. Am I saying that or some crap? Anyway, let's go to another call. 11111, you're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? I didn't want to be called. I just wanted to hear your show.
You wanted to...
Right now.
You can't hear from the PC?
Right, well, it's buffing right now. I left a message in the chat room that I was going to call just to listen to the show.
All right, well, I'll put you back on mute then. Thank you for listening, all right?
Thanks.
After this, the Canadian caller comes back to talk to Ghost once more, this time claiming halfway through the call that she is God, before Ghost hangs up on her and then angrily goes on a rant about the state of America, culminating in an instance of cans.wave.
All right, we're going to put them back on mute here. We got a couple of people just listening to the show. I think the Canadian is calling back. But what do you want? The Canadian, what do you want?
Listen, I don't know, you get all like fucking uptight about stuff. You got an opinion because you think you're somebody. And you're wasting your time because the whole system is going to fall. And I don't care if I'm Canadian. It's called, you know what, you guys are being run by a communist system. And you have no clue.
I've been saying that for 2 years, you Nimrod, that we've been going into communism.
I'm the old Canadian, but I got no say in nothing, bacon and this and that. You know what, who are you? You have no, it's because of me.
Hey, I'm a conservative, damn it. I'm a conservative.
I'm fucking God, so what are you going to do?
What did you say?
You heard me.
What did you say?
I said I'm God.
You said you're God, but it sounds like you're right next to a damn oxygen machine. What do you have, emphysema? You smoke too much cigars? You smoke too much cigars? Yeah, you know what? Hang this stupid Canadian piece of crap up, please. Get her off! That stupid old hag sounds about 40 years worth of booze and, 3 packs of Camels a day. Get her off! It's ridiculous here, folks. I mean, but you see, this is the type of discourse that you have out here. These pro-socialist, pro-communist, left-wing liberal, long-hair feminist pieces of garbage. This is what you have. They'll call up, they'll try to agitate, they'll be like, oh, Ghost, you don't know what you're talking about. Shut your mouth. I mean, give me a break, all right? I mean, I just don't understand it here. I look, and you see, I've got people in my chat room that are sitting here saying, oh, I can't believe he's talking that way. How can you talk that way? Hey, I love America, you idiots! Don't you understand that? All right? I believe in America! I believe in the Constitution! I'm a conservative, damn it! And I've lived the conservative lifestyle all my life! And to see and witness this infestation of liberalization, feminization, pussification, implemented in this modern day and age, it makes me sick. I mean, I'm dumbfounded. I'm bamboozled. I can't believe it. I mean, what the hell has happened to America out here? I mean, do you care about your freedom? Do you care about the Constitution? Do you care that the American taxpaying system is being raided? You stupid idiots! Do you care about anything besides Paris Hilton's latest rodent on her rotten crotch? Or, oh, Britney Spears has shitted out another kid again? Or, oh, Lindsay Lohan wrapped her car around another telephone pole because she's a ditzy drunk whorebag? Oh, I mean, won't you start caring about this country? Start caring about the Constitution! Because if this country falls, it's your fault! If this country dies, it's your fault! If this country ends, it's your fault! It's your fault, you racist crap! It's your fault! It'll be your fault. And I know once again, folks, I know that I'm breathing hard, and I know that I'm breathing heavy. I got a high blood pressure problem. I know that I could probably drop dead at any minute, but you know what, folks? I don't care. I don't care. I care about this country too damn much, folks. All right? I care about this country too damn much to sit here and go quietly into that good night. How about you? Are you just going to sit back and watch the unfolding, watch the unraveling, watch the communization of our country on the boob tube? Are you going to do something about it? Are you going to participate in this government? Or are you just going to be like everybody else? You're going to be like all these other ass clowns out here, tickling your ass crack, saying,
oh, it'll be okay. America will bounce back. I don't have to do crap.
It's ridiculous, folks.
Episode 93 would air on March 24, 2009, and once again discusses the AIG scandal and Barack Obama's response to it as president. Partway through the episode, Ghost goes on a rant about people who doubt his intelligence and political analysis, and dares his critics to call into a show and criticize and debate him before ranting hard against liberals and feminists, raging so hard that an instance of Kansas that wave happens.
And if you think that I'm wrong, if you think that I'm harsh, if you think that I'm just going off the deep end, I challenge you. Give me a call right now, all right? 646-652-4869. I know that there's some damn liberals here in the chat room flapping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard, talking all kinds of malarkey about me, saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I'm a kook, that I'm this, that I'm that. But the bottom line is, folks, is that I'm a true patriot for America, and you should be too. I'm a foot soldier for the American family. I'm not going to sit here and accept Octomom. All right? I'm not going to sit here and accept some stupid bimbo who is being idolized in the feminist and liberal media as some sort of achievement for woman liberation. And that's what I've been saying, folks, ever since I got on this program. Feminism and liberalism is evil. It's evil. It's a disease, folks. If you are falling victim to this ridiculous political orgy of liberalism and feminism, take it out of your brain. Take it out. Because all it's doing is putting you down. It is subjugating you. They have subjugated you with political correctness. They have subjugated you with this ridiculous feminist and liberal nonsense. Liberal and feminist Hollywood has desensitized you, has desensitized your children into believing that, oh, it's okay if women want to go out and shit out about 5 or 6 kids from 5 or 6 different fathers. That's okay. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and have all the liberals and feminists run for bureaucratic office, and let's go ahead and turn baby making into big business. And folks, I wish that was a joke, but that is a sad, disgusting reality in today's America, and women know it. Women know that they can go out and shit out about 5 or 6 kids from 5 or 6 different fathers, and they can make some serious cake. If I want to use the vernacular of my urban brethren, they can make some serious money by shitting out kids like it's going out of style. There's one kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, and I know that there's a lot of people that take offense to that. A lot of people are like,
Oh, Ghost, I can't believe you can say that about our children. How can you say women shit out children?
the reason I'm saying that women nowadays are just shitting out children, because that's exactly what they're doing, folks. They have trivialized life. And it's not the woman's fault, folks. They're being taken by this ridiculous notion of feminism. Feminism and liberalism is evil, folks. Don't forget that. I mean, give me a break. Haven't you noticed, folks, that you'll have all these liberals in my chat room flapping their fat sausages of a fingers on the keyboard? They're probably waiting for their damn entitlement check to be collected next month. And they're out here talking garbage, but they're not going to call up. They're not going to call up and take me on fisticuffs when it comes to the debating table, folks. I will make these liberals look lower than Mini-Me's nutsack. And that's a fact. And that's no BS, because there's no substance on the liberal debate. There's no substance on the feminist debate. They can't justify the garbage they are trying to implement on us. They can't justify the social engineering they have implemented on us. They can't justify why sexual depravity and violence should be shown on television. They can't justify this crap! You piece of shit! Makes me sick! Makes me sick to my stomach, and you sit there and you do nothing about it! You do nothing about it! I can't believe this crap. Are you an American? Are you an American, folks? Well, then go out and help this country, help this America. Go out and participate in this government. And if you don't want to do that, if you're shy, you're like,
Oh, Toast, I don't want to get involved politically because I'm scared. I'm scared of what they'll do to you.
Well, then spread the word, folks. Spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Spread the word about people that are out there talking about the Constitution, that are talking about America, that care about America. Go out there and spread the word, folks. I'm challenging you as an American citizen. You are obligated to participate in this government. You are obligated to go out there to the ballot box. And I'm not talking going in there and just,
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and vote all Republican. Oh, I'm going to go out there and vote all Democrat.
You got to go out there, and it doesn't matter how long you spend in that stupid little booth. You go out there and pick every single person that you want in any little bureaucratic office, because it's important, damn it. Because this is why they've been able to concoct all this ridiculous nonsense that has caused us to turn into this new America that we have come to know and love nowadays. It's disgusting. It's sick.
His first caller for the show is from the 916 area code, who whispers to Ghost.
Anyway, we're going to take a caller here. 916, you're on the air.
I want to feel you deep inside me.
Get this idiot. Get him off! Do you see what I'm saying, folks? This is the type of garbage. This is the type of garbage that you're going to get here.
He then takes an anonymous call who says nothing to him.
Anyway, 1111, you're on the air. Hello? Stop playing with your Peter Popper and hurry up and say something. What you got going on over there? See, good Lord. You see, this is what I'm talking about, folks. This is what I'm talking about.
The next caller is also anonymous, but unlike the last caller, he actually speaks to Ghost before forgetting what he wanted to say.
646-652-4869. Now, we got some more callers here. 1111, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
What? You forgot what you're gonna say? Hello? Are you kidding me? That's a call? That's a damn call? Just what I'm talking about, folks. I mean, with all due respect to the young man, I could tell that he was in his early 20s or maybe in his late teens, because You know, if you talk to anybody who's under the age of 25, they sound like they literally popped out of the anal passage of George Michael kicking back in a shit stall at some park bathroom somewhere. I mean, they're that fruity, with all due respect.
Episode 94, aired March 27th, would return to the topic of the Octomom after attorney Gloria Allred alleged that Nadia Suleiman created a dangerous environment for her 14 children and seemed to care more about publicity than child care. During the show, he once again gets called by the Canadian caller from 647, deeply annoying him and causing him to demand that he only wants American callers calling in about American issues to his show.
Anyway, 647 area code, you're on the air.
Hey, it's your favorite.
Well, what do you want?
Come on, say it. I'm a Canadian.
We all know that you're humping a dead moose. We all know that you're humping a dead moose in Canada. You're calling us from the crapper. What do you want?
I love you. Remember we talked about you being on my show and you being the old spokesperson because I like your...
I don't want to be on... I don't do interviews. I don't go on anybody else's show unless I happen to be listening to it.
Because you're so great. I love your show.
Get this maple leaf worshiping piece of Canadian bacon, Michael J. Fox loving, William Shatner ass licking, Celine Dion worshiping piece of trash off the damn phone. Get her off. Anyway, sorry folks. I mean, I just don't like. This is this ridiculous nut job who calls me on a consistent basis. You know, I should have recognized her phone number, but unfortunately, I'm talking about different subject matters. I look on the switchboard, I see a whole bunch of calls here. At random, I just picked that one, and unfortunately, I get this maple leaf up the ass having she-mail or shim or whatever it is calling me from the crapper. You know, thinking that it's a great day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. This is what I'm talking about, liberal agitation. All right, don't let her trick you into believing that, whatever. She wants you to just trick your mind into going another direction. Stay on the subject matter at hand, folks. Stay focused, and the focus is America. All right, not some Canadian bacon, idiot that's humping a dead moose somewhere. We don't care about that crap. We're talking about America. And I want to know your opinions, folks. 646-652-4869. I think it's a great idea. Just imagine, all right? Just imagine, because let me tell you something, folks. I do live in Texas. I live in the hill country area out there, in the outskirts of Austin, Texas, way in the outskirts. But let me tell you, if you go south of Austin, and I've said this many times, but if you don't believe me, go see it for yourself, because it's a damn sight to see. Everything south of Austin, Texas is legitimately and literally the colon of America, folks. All the crap, I guess, that's left over from America, like all the coal, I don't even know what to describe it. These people have no shame, that they have no conscience, they're walking around like zombies, they got sour scowls on their face, they got about 8 or 9 children trailing them on a consistent basis. I mean, it's just ridiculous, folks. It's just the colon of America, folks. But these women out there, below Austin, Texas, I'm telling you, folks, these people are capitalizing off of the entitlement system, and it needs to stop, and it needs to stop somehow. And I think that would be a great thing. Drug test these damn philanderous whore bags capitalizing off of our liberal and feminist entitlement system.
Following the show, goes to visit New York City for the first time, spending a whole weekend there with his wife before returning to his hometown of Austin, Texas to broadcast episode 95 on March 31st. During this episode, he would discuss Bill O'Reilly's boycott of Sean Penn films, the financial bailouts of the automobile industry under the Obama administration, and rising tensions in the Middle East with Iran. All in all, March 2009 was a month of turmoil for Ghost and America, with Ghost's rage ever increasing, the recovery from the Great Recession only just beginning, and the limits of the Obama administration's capabilities to help America recover from it being clearer to see. It was clear that serious listeners and trolls that True Conservative Radio would continue to increase in listenership and notoriety. April would bring a new month of trolls, a new month of political controversy, and a new month of Ghost's seemingly uncontrollable temper.